Alright, so you're acting as executive producers for a TV show that we're pitching. It's called The Goblin's Grimoire. And I personally did not know the definition of the word grimoire, so I'm gonna tell you right now it's a spell. It's like a book of magic spells, and this will make sense a lot later on. Okay.
Who are we?
Okay.
I forgot. Who are we?
No, wait. Where are images? Okay, whatever. So, oh wait, our log line. Right. Okay. So after being chosen by the council, a gifted goblin girl embarks on a journey where an ancient book is pursued by evil, and it is up to her and her unicorn friend to stop them. Yeah. So Tyler, go ahead, introduce.
My name is Tyler, TaissiaB, and LucasS.
Okay, the genre. Okay, I thought we'd. Basically, it's a fantasy TV show. It's like cartoonish.
Yeah, it is a fantasy TV show. It's a futuristic fantasy TV show. Started out as a long time ago. There was somebody who found something remarkable. They found that they can convert technology and magic together, and starts a new industrial revolution of products and a different international revolution trade across the world, and then years later there was a war because the technology has improved and countries want to beat up each other, and many years later we are up to here where we have a futuristic civilization.
Alright. So this is our main character. Her name is Pepper. She's a goblin girl. This is purely a stylistic choice. And she is an orphan. So you are first introduced to an orphanage, and this is she's lived all her life. So she's kind of an outcast there, but she's really passionate about building machines and engineering, all that stuff. And but because the second character, Lady Barnobra, which Lucas will tell us about more later, she's she always used to catch Pepper doing the machinations and get her in trouble because she used the orphanage's resources. So she had to do her crafting in secret, and because of that activated her character want for freedom to do what she loves without having to always hide about it. Okay.
Alright, this is Lady Barnobra. She owns the orphanage that Pepper lives in. She is a dwarf. She's got this deep, thick German accent. She's got a lot of body hair and often gets mistaken as a man. So, what is Barnobra's deal? Barnobra defends her domicile's dynamic due to Barnobra defends her domicile's dynamic due to disdain of the decisions declared by the directorate she deems dull, dense, and daft. Basically, she's unhappy with the government. She owns this weapons factory under her family name, which she's very proud of. And the government decides that they don't want weapons manufactured in that factory anymore. So she switches to baking products. And she's not happy with having to just manufacture baking products. So she still manufactures weapons in private.
Billy is a carefree unicorn who seemingly lacks common sense. Happy-go-lucky, believes in the power of friendship. It doesn't take long to develop his loyalty to Pepper, as she is his savior and best friend in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, we'll go into that a little more later.
And his favorite food is fried butter.
That is Mr. Malice. He's our antagonist. So remember in the logline, as I told you about how Pepper was chosen. So basically, every 3 years, the government chooses a child from the orphanage to work for Unicaros, which is the headquarters for basically a huge unicorn farm. And Mr. Malice is one of the government officials. He's super classy and elegant, but he's really cunning, so he would definitely like stab his friend in the back if need be. But at first, like when you first meet him, you like tend to trust him because he's so friendly and like charismatic. And when he introduces like Pepper to her new home, like when she's chosen, she like gets sent to the headquarters. They realize that they're actually related, and that like bonds them really closely. She trusts him, but like turns out he's an antagonist, so he like stabs her in the back later on. But the thing is, we did not really develop our plot that well. We were so passionate about like making the settings and the characters.
We developed Act 1, Act 2, but we're missing Act 3.
Oh, everyone is, but like Act 2 is also fun.
I'll give you a short demo of like the 2 acts. So it all starts out with the introduction of the orphanage, which is that one.
It's like in the shape of a shoe, like really fun. Tyler did that.
So Pepper. So it starts out with Pepper building something because at the age of 14, all the children have to work in the factory in order to serve Barnobra, and they have been brainwashed by the orphanage itself because they don't like the government and they want to brainwash the kids that you should not trust the government at all. So it starts out with Pepper working in the orphanage and wants to impress Barnobra. Well, this is not the first time she did that. She did many times, but she tries to impress Barnobra by building a machine to make production a little bit easier, but it doesn't go well and doesn't impress Barnobra. And then the next part we have Pepper who gives up hope because Barnobra likes to choose favoritism. In the next scene, as Taissia said, we have Mr. Malice who chooses Pepper because he's secretly his uncle to unlock a mechanism that behind the mechanism is a book, and the book has details
Yes, okay.
that we still have not figured out what.
I completely forgot about the book. Basically, there's like this ancient book that controls the universe, and it just happens to be in the government's like chambers, all locked up, And the only creatures that can actually read the text in the book are unicorns. So this is where like Billy comes in later on. Once Pepper and Billy meet and become friends, Billy tells her about like the history of the book, and she realizes that after a while she realizes that like Mr. Mouse was actually trying to get the book to like become all-powerful being. So that's how she realizes she has to stop him. And Billy, since he's a unicorn, he can read the information. So that was like the plan. Yeah. Yeah. So this is like the. Oh my goodness. Okay. I like edited this morning and it didn't update. Okay.
But we
whatever.
gave out like a quick demo on the axe.
Okay.
Next slide.
Yeah. No, wait. There's a demo of an axe.
Quick demo. I don't know.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's like the design, the movie poster we created.
Yeah.
This is the light box.
We worked on the light bulb.
I say like for reflections, I guess it's really evident that we really should have been more prepared. But otherwise, I actually kind of had fun creating this story because it was in a genre that I'm not really familiar with. Like, yeah. What are your reflections?
You completely skipped over my tongue twister.
I did. Oh.
Yeah, I still had another line. Okay,
What's on the
I'll
portal?
do it, yeah. Alright, here we go. Pepper is picked out, prompting pandemonium as Lady Barnobra protests persistently, pressing the point of Pepper's perceived problems. The officials obstinate, offering only ovation, acknowledging Pepper's enigmatic engineering exploits, ensuring her elevation. Lady Barnobra's objections are overridden as Pepper's prowess prevails, paving her path to power.
Revision?
Reflection.
Not revision.
Do you have any reflections?
I have a reflection. This was an idea this all came up from an idea from me out of like a doodling on my sketchbook And I've originally thought of doing this for like my Xena project, but like making a pilot episode would be so complicated. And I thought that this would be a fun idea to build upon this like simple concept and make something a little more complicated. Though I had a lot of fun with making this project, and the biggest challenge for me was we all had so many ideas. It's really hard to choose what to keep and like what to not keep. And as we like build upon the story, we keep having like these ideas, and then there's this roadblock where we don't really know the story anymore. but yeah, overall I learned a lot from this project. TaissiaB.
Right. It was like substance abuse, yeah.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
we didn't
We
end up
ditched that
really
idea.
going with that. We ditched that after a while because we realized our story didn't really revolve around it anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mine was about drones too.
Alright, yeah. So
So it was like so since the world's based around with technology, I didn't use drones because that was for more like military purposes. That has nothing to do with military at all.
So I can tell that it's probably going to be hard for you to actually ask questions because we don't have anything to grip onto, like no real plot. So if you have like any ideas, perhaps, yeah, I could share.
I just want to say I really like your light box. I think it's like the amount of
Thank you.
detail that went into it is like insane, and I think I can like after you telling this story, like I can grasp like how like it's reflected really well.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. You, yes?
I really like the oh yeah, I really liked how you like added like real life, like with how she was like how Pepper was a foster kid. I like how you like included like real life like actions and stuff, so you kind of like brought it back to like, I don't know, I just thought it was really good.
Thank you. Sophia?
Is Bernova like another kind of villain or antagonist, or is she more
Yes.
specifically?
Yes, so she actually works with Mr. Malice at one point. That's why she was trying to stop Pepper from going to the headquarters, because she knew about Pepper's like super abilities, well not abilities, but like talent for engineering skills. And she wanted to keep Pepper for herself, even though like she always like reprimanded her for actually making her inventions. Yeah, so she is one of the antagonists. Yes,
Maya?
Do you think there'd be a confrontation between Pepper and her uncle like later in the story? Like how would they like?
So,
do you think they would fight or anything?
So for the 3 acts, we were just focusing on like the pilot episode, and it ends with I wrote like the second act last minute, and also I thought of like the conclusion for the end of the 3rd act, where Pepper and Billy have the book and they're like mingling in the forest, and then Malice is like tracking them because he wants power of some sort. We're not like prepared. We're not sure yet. But yeah, Felicia.
Where did the idea of having like the orphans work basically like
You.
come from?
Do you have time for maybe one
Wait,
more
what do you mean
question?
you?
Chance.
Oh, okay.
I just want, what was the unicorn's like backstory? How did the Goblin Girl and them become friends?
There's like a whole.
Okay, we're not really focused on like the backstory of the unicorn, but the idea for the unicorn is, like I said, lacks common sense, and he's been captured originally for supplements, but that seems like that was an idea that we just threw away. That I feel like we can add, but I believe because the unicorn has been captured, is because for Mr. Malice to read the book, but
trusts Mr. Malice, and Pepper is able to embark in the journey with the unicorn, then it makes sense for Mr. Malice to just track Pepper and let Pepper do her thing and find the materials that she needs for Mr. Malice's plans to work.
We're just about out of time,
Yep.
so let's give
Yep.
this. Thank you, audience.